brain science, neuroscience shows us that if we bring into our body an experience as if it's happening now, it helps our nervous system begin to feel safer having the experience. So when we believe we're not worthy of things or whatever it is based on our past, we can believe that. It's not necessarily that we're not worthy, it's that our nervous system isn't used to receiving our desire that we're putting out there. So by
Mhm.
reprogramming our nervous system, which I'm going to take you guys through next, it teaches our body, kiddo, I know we haven't experienced this level of money yet, this level of anxiety free yet, this level of love yet, whatever it is that you want. But I'm going to, as your parent now, I'm going to love you and show you, get you used to this feeling. We have something in our brain that looks for proof of what it believes. If we're not used to feeling the feeling of our desire, we can innocently, unconsciously not even see it available for us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jenna Blackard,
And I'm the Ocarina.
and this is the Haute Hustle Mystic Morning Show. This is our special episode with Jamie Wozny. We are talking about the 2026 Vision Workshop. I messaged Jamie and sent her a few emails about really making a fun workshop where we're really leaving today feeling embodied with our next level vision. Bianca, do you have some mystic space weather news?
I do. For today's Mystic Space Weather News, we are entering the time of the new year, which is very interesting because during this time, we also have a conjunction, another one of those really cool conjunctions, and it's when the moon meets the Pleiades. Now, on New Year's Eve, look to your east after the sunset, and you will see the new moon passing close to the Pleiades, the seven sisters. Don't miss this beginning of the cosmic pairing. Now, the interesting thing about this particular cosmic pairing is that it is in time for bringing in those new full intentions that I had talked about before. And what I mean by full intentions is write down. Everybody says that the things that we write down are the goals that we actually achieve. So be sure to write down your goals, write down the things that you want to do, and write them down with target dates. Now, this isn't something to like doom and gloom, and we're not talking about getting upset about missing the dates. We are saying this because you're bringing in the intentions of the galactic, the cosmos, and the support that you have available to you. Sometimes we have to, yes, go within to set those targets, but we also can utilize the support that we have within our team. So when you realize that you're not doing this alone and that the universe always has your back, it's when you really are able to carry you through to those targets and to those dates and achieve the goals that you most want to achieve. So this is way beyond just setting goal intentions for the new year. This is about bringing in our conjunctions, our galactic team, and asking them for their support and knowing that it always arrives. And that's what I got from Mystic Space Weather News.
Love it.
Yay!
Yay. With the theme of things. So I've got a little morning brew with Woo, and it features Amanda Francis. I'm going to share this clip and we'll talk about it.
Who do you want to be as a woman who earns? Who do you want to be as a woman who has been screwed her and now she has to fill in the gaps? Who are you going to be no matter what he does? Right. You know what I'm saying? Totally. Because you're going to have to keep your mind right to go through this battle of the man. Yes. What is this fruit mess we talking about? I was looking for 1 + 1 = 2.
Amanda Francis, she calls herself the money queen, and she's really done a lot of spiritual work, right?
She introduced herself as, I work with women and money, but I'm not a financial advisor. I work with the energetics of money. And Boz was like, what are you talking about being? Looked at her like, are you crazy? Amanda's point of view is we've got to really embrace our wealth as a woman.
Everything comes back to that being. And I think it's so funny how she's, girl, I was looking for 1 + 1 = 2. And she was stuff. Frou frou.
Like,
And I feel like
this is how we live. I hardly
yeah.
comprehended. It was crazy. All right. Let's
Well,
take
there it
this
is.
further for you guys. And let me bring up Jamie. Here we go. Hi, Jamie.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, and thanks
Well, how
for
are
joining
you?
us.
Yeah, thanks, girls. I love Amanda Francis. I've read her book.
Yeah, I feel like she's truly a pioneer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. Some people talked about it before, money is energy, and they've had these little books out, but they've never really created a whole movement. When I was Googling to find that clip, I found that her worth is $30 million.
Wow.
And
Good for her.
she's made it all on helping women really understand the energetics of money. Of course, it goes deeper than that, as we all know, but truly that is her bigger statement.
Yeah, yeah. And as I think we talked about last time, it's feminine first,
Hmm,
regardless of gender, which is
Yes.
the energetics, which is your
right.
being. And in our society's masculine first, which is let's just think, go do. And we're like, hold on, let's breathe. Let's see what wisdom is guiding us today. Love.
Guys, breathe. I think I take the mask. No, I'm just kidding. I've changed. But yes, I feel like that's how we're trained in this world to
Yes.
take that masculine approach. My dad was
Yes.
very much the early bird gets the worm. Be the first one up, make it happen, and start marching from the minute you're up.
Yes. No, I exhausted myself that way. I'm sure many of us can relate, which is why I'm so passionate. I know we're going to get into this a little
Hey.
about regardless of gender, regardless of your gender identification, I call it manifesting the feminine way, which is with more ease, with more, and Leanka just said, divine support, flow. There's another
Yeah.
way we can do this. And that's what I am a proponent of.
Yeah. Before we start, I want something just flew through my head about feminine versus masculine. And I there's a part of me that doesn't like it. And I just want to address it because but what I do love is that we are on a mother of Mother Gaia, and we do have a father sky. Everything is this yin and yang. But
Yes.
something with manifesting, calling it feminine, there's just something that kind of triggers me a little bit with the word. I like what it means. I like it meaning flow, synchronicity. But there's a part of me also would that only mean one half?
Correct.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
you saying that's awesome. So upgrading it to manifesting the balanced way, the harmonized way.
Yes, yes.
Because the reason I think I say that is we're so out of balance that it can't hurt us to just do this. We'd probably still be doing the other. It is manifesting the balanced way. Yes, and it's not 50-50. It's can I feel into what's needed in the moment? Action or listening to action or being like Amanda Francis is saying. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted you to just try and take this call as a conversation to help people walk away really feeling, okay, I'm looking inside on what my soul is desiring next of me
Excellent.
or what I desire,
Yeah.
and really move them through your SIFT process so that they can really understand some of the somatics of what's going on internally with the frequency that they desire next, if that makes sense.
Totally. And I just looked at your Josen.
Yeah, he's like,
I
all
love it.
in. Yes.
I love the enthusiasm, guys. I looked at the news or the promotion for today. So I wrote down the 3 steps, like you just said, to make it a little easy for us. Intention. So let's get clear on our heart's desire, and I'll go into that. Sifting, which is one of my favorite practices. If you've been around me, you know it. And then once we've put that in there, how do we have this alignment? How do we have this navigation? Which to me is checking in with joy versus force to know if you're in alignment with what your desire is. So those are, and then if you guys want to learn more, go more into that. But I think to keep it simple, that would be an awesome place to start if that sounds good.
Great. I brought my journal, so if anybody else did.
I did. You know
Awesome.
me.
I got mine too.
Just in case something profound comes out of this balanced way conversation.
It always does. Yes.
And just because we are like this is an live audience. I just want to make sure that you pin up Jamie so we could get a good view of her. And then
well,
everybody.
she is
Yep.
pinned. Yeah, she
Okay.
is pinned.
And then make sure that everybody, if you want to take a quick second to grab your journal while we're listening in and getting situated with Jamie to do this exercise. So we're excited.
Awesome. So I think a really good place, and interrupt me or put in the chat if you have questions, if you have comments. I love all of that. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, let's make this interactive.
Yes. So I'm a Sagittarius. So I am Queen Optimist. I am Queen Possibility. And so I think one of the biggest things that's helped me manifest personally is even if we can't see it. So I want you to hold this precious desire we're about to come into contact with. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Even if you haven't experienced it, you are amidst a field of unlimited possibilities, which like cool to just know. Okay. So number one, there's two places I believe our desires can come from. One is our wounds, right? And it's so innocent. If it comes from this place, we hold it with compassion. I want to create something in 2026 to fill in the blank of a result that's going to help us fill a wound, right? I want a relationship so I don't feel alone. I want this job so I feel not enough, so that I don't feel not enough. Okay? That's very human. So if we're trying to get something to fill in a wound, to receive something that's a band-aid over pain, then we can go, oh, you know what? That's just something to tend to. Not necessarily I call it like pure divine desire. How do we know if something's a pure divine desire? This is the feminine, you guys. We want it because it brings us joy, because it would be neat. The feminine loves to love. The feminine dances to dance. The feminine eats to enjoy the pleasure of eating. The masculine's like, I want to eat this to get the 700 calories so that my muscle builds the blah, blah, blah. Nothing bad with that, just to show you the difference. We need both. Okay. So, first step, we're just going to take a deep breath and we're going to put our hands in our heart, breathe into our belly, feel our feet on the ground. And it's okay if nothing doesn't come right away, but we want to just ask our hearts, our being, if I were just to receive something this year, create something this year for the joy of it, because it would be neat, because it would tickle me, what would it be? And it could be small, it could be large. And your mind's going to say, that's not possible. So before I give you that blank to let it come in, I want to warn you, your mind might go, yeah. The amount of times I've heard yeah in my head. So let that yeah be there. Okay. We're going to say, okay, yep, I expected this. James said this is going to come in. And to dance for joy, what would be neat to create this year? Relationship, physical, peace, hobbies. I'm going to give you a quiet minute just to see what comes into your heart.
And not while we have this minute, you all can put things in the chat.
And you can write one or many things down. And if you have one or just a few things, just put a little emoji in the chat too, so that I know you guys have got your thingy. All right.
That was an interesting exercise. And I think it is because usually I think of tangible things, right? Like things you can touch.
That's it.
And this was not that at all. The first thing that came up was if I could get rid of one thing this next year for the entire year, I would give up anxiety.
Ah,
Like not even real anxiety that's people talk about with the panic. It's just
yeah.
this low level bzzz in my life where it's just something is always just a little not allowing me to be all inside of me. Yeah.
And I love that you shared that because another great prompt for coming up with your intentions is so if I gave you a magic wand, what would you want? Like we just did from
Hmm.
a place of wholeness, from a place of I'm okay. Or if we could release the greatest suffering from your life, what would it be? That's another way to find a desire, which is what Jenneth is pointing to. Awesome.
My severe suffering. It's so interesting the wording we use because you said wound earlier, right? Suffering,
Yeah,
challenge. Yeah,
I know. And we have to hold those words loosely because it's like we use them to relate and then they're really charged words.
Yeah,
Really,
they
yeah,
are.
really.
yeah. Because it's almost that we want to run and say, I don't even have any wounds anyway.
And we could call it the part of us that's ready to be loved more or
Hmm.
that's ready to expand
I like that.
because then that's wound-free part of us that needs more love, ready for more love.
Yeah,
So,
I was going to say, speaking of charged words,
yeah.
and this, I don't want to take it off subject, but like when we were talking about a little bit earlier of doing things for the masculine feminine, one of the things that we really decided on of using the term Haute and hustle, both of those can be construed as charged words. But what we wanted to do was really redefine what they mean for today, right? So hustle being more flow and how it being products and services and ideas that were more sustainable and were better for our communities and everything like that. So really taking some of these words like trauma and pain and wound, and we can redefine those. We can have that be maybe a place that's more offering for love, right? What does that look like for today's time too when we're using those terms?
Totally, totally. And I know I'm trying to take it back to where I was 10 years ago in my mind, but if somebody told me on a manifestation or creation workshop, I didn't even know years ago that I could create something. I was
Hmm.
living in so much powerlessness and pain because of my unhealed parts. So I think it's just refreshing to know that part of your gift and part of your ability is co-creatorship is this. And we're not in full control and we don't want to have attachment to everything, but I think it is a suggestion box to God. I'm
Yeah.
like, this would be cool. And then I align myself, my being, like Amanda Francis says, and then we see.
Yep.
We see. So it's just a fun, let's have fun with this is all. Let's have fun
Yeah, I
with this.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving this method.
Yeah, it's lighter. It's very light. And I've manifested some really cool stuff this way. So try to test it, guys.
Fun.
Nice.
We come up with our intention from a place of wholeness.
Mm.
Okay. I believe I don't understand the magic of this. Lianka was just talking about this with writing stuff down, but saying it out loud, it just does something. There's two parts of me that exist always. The doubter, the one that goes, yeah, so I'm telling you that if you have it, it happens to me every single time. Even when I write this down from my heart, I go, yeah. So I hear you, sweet girl. I hear you, sweet boy, whatever that comes in my head.
Yeah.
And then the one that says out loud. So you guys are all on mute, I think. Let's double check. Yes. I would love for you, whatever your thing is, I would love for you just to courageously say it out loud because part of you is going to go, ah, it's awkward. That's so awkward. I am with my soulmate this year. I'm making blah, 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 blah money. I have my
Mhm.
anxiety is
Ooh.
completely healed. It's gone. No trace of it. So I intend, and then if you guys want to say it out loud for everyone, you're welcome to do that. But
Yeah, I
take the time now to say your intentions out loud.
Bianca, you can go first.
Sure. I intend to have my family be reaching our goals, especially for Rise and Up. I intend to expand this platform by not double, by fourfold at least by the end of 26. And I intend to be paying ourselves the numbers that we had, but more than that by that time. And so I also intend to be able to reinvest so that we can reach so many more people in creating freedom and joy in their lives. Those are my intentions, and really to just have no fear. I like the way that you said remove the anxiety. Mine showed up as fear, and I tend to be on that other part of the spectrum than you do, Jeneth, where it's, I don't have those. Then I sometimes have, I have all those, all the things. So sometimes I tend to play in that side, and I intend to look at those as opportunities rather than stuff that holds me back.
Mhm.
And amen. And I would say when I always end my stuff with grace and ease.
With grace and ease, yes,
This,
or something
Yes.
better.
yes, yes. And then I say
Yeah.
this or something better because that releases the
Yeah,
attachment. Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. I feel like it always gives God an opportunity to like, hey, I've got something better for you anyway. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's
And
it.
that's how it showed up on my world is yeah.
And before we move to Jenith too, I just it's so courageous. And if this is scary for you, like I was here too, just to say it out loud, I couldn't. Because I was like, I'm going to protect myself from that disappointment that it's not going to happen. I don't even feel worthy of this happening. So I'm not even going to say it out loud. And there's something with this act of getting to know what it is and saying it out loud. Our words is energy, it's quantum physics, it's particles, it's atoms. And so just getting that ball rolling in that
Yeah.
Yeah.
direction is allowing source to meet you, is allowing what needs to be tended to move the energy out of the way and to align you. It might seem so simple, this step. It is, you are doing profound magic just with this. And I just want to show you how awesome and brave and courageous that you guys all are.
Yeah.
So cool.
I don't love the word intend because I had a coach that kind of every time we said it, he's intense. And then I had this visual where we all were like just hiding intense.
Oh
So I'm
dear,
going to
we
use the word plan instead.
please.
Mine wasn't nearly as long as hers, but I plan to grow a massive platform here with Lianka to change the world. I intend to bring home a monthly income of $5,000 for her and I by the end of the year monthly. And I plan and intend to elevate everything from communications all the way down through how I live my life and my wellness, and really want to go full in to get fit and healthy this year.
Amen.
Thank you. And universe, anything greater than that, I'll take too.
With grace and ease.
With grace and ease and joy
I
and
like
glory,
grace and
and with
ease.
no underlying tension or anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jenith
Mhm.
and I, it's so interesting. I love you help me speak to more people with what you're coming in with your truth because I just wrote down there are other ways you can say I intend.
Yes.
So that feel good
Hmm.
and empowering to you. So you don't have to say that. You can also say I choose because it's just you and your empowerment and your autonomy. Saying this is what I would like. Or if those words feel too big, one that I absolutely love is, and I use it all the time with my private clients, could I open to the possibility? So
I like
Yes.
that.
because that's like the tiniest opening. Could I open to the possibility of a little more health this year? Could I open to the
Mhm.
possibility of $5,000 a month? And then that's like so that's another way in. So thank you.
I think most people jump to that I am.
Yes.
I am this now. And sometimes people can't receive that in their energetic system.
Yeah, no, it's too,
Yeah,
I
they
don't even
Too
reject
like
much
I
of
it.
am. And the way I see it too, if this is helpful for you guys, I like to see I intend as I'm typing something into my energetic GPS. It's like that's where I'd like to go. That
Mhm.
it used to, I hated when people would say, just choose to be happy. And I'm like, but I don't feel happy right now. You can't just choose to be happy. You're faking it. But I understood it one day. I'm
Mhm.
choosing something, intending something, opening to the possibility, planning something doesn't mean you have to feel it right now. It's just like I'm putting that into my GPS. It's where I'd like to go. And then the new ideas or the inspired action or the divine guidance and the divine supporters that Lee was sharing with us, that starts to come in. So hopefully that's supportive of, you can choose happiness, but you don't have to feel it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And one other thing, again, to throw it back to Amanda Francis, and great stuff. One of the things she always talks about too is if we're not able to see it that way yet, if it's too far of a stretch, then you can just stop and say, God, angels, universe, where again, talking about our support team. God, angels, universe, help me to see this in a different way. Help me to identify my opportunities. Help me to begin to believe this in a different way. And that way that you're calling in directly the support team that we have available to us to have these dreams, targets, goals all come to fruition. We don't do this alone. And this is the reason why it's so imperative to know that we have, or at least ask our support team about what we are wanting. And the message, one more thing, the message that I'm getting from Archangel Michael and Metatron is that we're just not asking enough questions of our support team. They cannot step in and override our free will. So we have to be asking. And Jamie, I believe that's the reason why our out loud is so powerful, because we are declaring the things that we want with this intentionality, with this whatever as our plan, as the manifestation of what we want to see in our reality. So again, just ask more questions of our support team. Know that they are out there and that it's already coming to fruition.
Yes,
That's
I
a
love
PSA.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I'm praying all the time.
Yeah, me too, because I don't always have it. So I'm like, God, universe, angels, let's go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what I got out there. Yep.
Yeah, I was on Christmas. I said, Jesus, I know it's your birthday and all, and I'm sorry I'm asking for help today. Can you
Oh,
help me
I
with
love
this
that.
thing? And I was like, oh, is that allowed? I think so.
And
Well,
totally.
but yeah, I think that the problem is the mindset behind it that we can't always ask.
That's
Like,
it.
yeah, I think if you were Jesus, he's like, I'm here to help you. This is my contribution.
Yeah.
Ask like every single moment, all day long, every day, and especially on his birthday.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And my sweet mother used to joke, but when she was younger, she had a certain upbringing where she felt like it was too much to ask. Oh, if this, and she would project it onto our divine team and say, if you're not too busy, if you aren't too busy answering more important prayers. And so if that's you or you can relate to, they say in Course in Miracles, there's no order of difficulty in miracles and they're all the same. And so our prayer for someone buying us a $5 cup of coffee is, I know that we have to hold this one loosely too, the same as helping us with making $1 million. We might be in our dream think that,
Yeah.
but you can, nothing is too, all needs matter, all desires matter. So all prayers matter.
Yes. Yes.
But it's also interesting to take this a little deeper. That question is even that person's point of view that would ask the question that way is a very linear way to ask the question. Like the angels have to do something first to get to your prayer. When it all happens simultaneously, as we've talked about timeline.
Oh, I think that makes total sense.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
That's also, we see the physical, so that
Yes.
the eyes of the non-physical and the unseen is that really that balance is so necessary.
But that also then makes us want to ask more, knowing that they have infinite possibilities, that they could just pluck it off the shelf and deliver it instantaneously. It doesn't even have to take years for anything to happen.
That's it. So let's do a little prayer, guys. Let's
do it. Let's do it.
For us to ask right now.
Love it.
So
Yeah.
repeating out loud after me, if anybody wants to, we'll just say, my divine team who walks in the white light and love of God.
My divine team who walks in the white light and love of God.
I call upon your assistance.
I call upon your assistance for instantaneous manifestation.
Beyond what my mind perceives as possible.
Beyond
what my mind perceives possible.
Of the intentions of my heart.
Of the
intentions of my heart.
Known or unknown.
Known or unknown.
This or something better.
This or something better.
In safe and easy ways.
in safe and easy ways.
Safe and easy
Thank you
ways.
for your love, support, and guidance.
Thank you.
Your love, support.
I allow your light into my life now and always.
I allow your light into my life and always.
Amen.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, I feel really
Lighter.
expanded. Yeah, I love this call so much because I feel like this is the communication. And I really hope you all who are watching now and made it this far continue to go back and watch this and reignite some of your visions and some of your energetic pulls. We need a better word for vision, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay. Step 2. We ready?
Yes.
Okay. So step 1, we did our intentions, we did our desires, our what would be amazing to create. We get to know it from a place of wholeness, say it out loud, and then we added an extra credit prayer of divine support. Okay. Number 2, this is one of my favorite practices because this pulls it down into the body. This allows us to be human in our divine experience. It's called sifting. SIFT, it's capital S, capital I, capital F, capital T, and they stand for S is sensation, I is image, F is feeling, and T is thought. Sensation, image, feeling, thought. Awesome. Brain science, neuroscience shows us that if we bring into our body an experience as if it's happening now, it helps our nervous system begin to feel safer having the experience. So when we believe we're not worthy of things or whatever it is based on our past, we can believe that. It's not necessarily that we're not worthy, it's that our nervous system isn't used to receiving our desire that we're putting out there. So by reprogramming our nervous system, which I'm going to take you guys through next, it teaches our body, kiddo, I know we haven't experienced this level of money yet, this level of anxiety free yet, this level of love yet, whatever it is that you want. But I'm going to, as your parent now, I'm going to love you and show you, get you used to this feeling. We have something in our brain that looks for proof of what it believes. If we're not used to feeling the feeling of our desire, we can innocently, unconsciously not even see it available for us. So yesterday I was at the grocery store. I bought dog treats. There was this very sweet homeless man who came in there with his dog, and I loved his dog. I do work with animals as well. So I had this, I was like, oh my gosh. So we leave and we walk out. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I bought 2 bags of dog treats for my dog. Let me see if he wants a bag for his dog. So we leave, and it wasn't coming from feeling sorry for him. It was just this joyful moment of, I would love to give you this. And I said, excuse me. I said, I got 2 bags of dog treats for my dog. I love animals. Can I gift him a bag? And he said, no, thanks, we're fine. And I said, are you sure? I would love to. No, no, thanks, we're fine. And I thought, how interesting. He has abundance right in front of his face, and he cannot receive it. Now, I have utter compassion. Of course, he probably had this pain, but it also made me realize this is how our brain works. And so, good news to know, whoa, guys, like the possibility in that next step is available in your field. The dog treats are there for you. And if his body, if he, bless his heart, had maybe a sifting practice and he was like, yeah, I don't need my pride. I can still be like worthy and deserving and awesome and receive dog treats. They could be 2 separate things. He might have been able to allow it in. Okay. So we're just practicing that. So this is how it works. What we do is we're going to pick one of our intentions, one of our desires that you're working on. So just pick the one that kind of stands out most to you right now. And then there's no right or wrong to this answer that I'm about to ask, or this question that I'm about to ask. What feeling do you believe that you would receive when you had this thing? So if Jenith was anxiety free, she would feel
More present.
present. If Lee had the monthly income, she would feel the more monthly income that she
Um,
wants.
yeah, sure. The feeling would be secure.
Mm.
Secure, great. So you guys are just picking a word and there's no right or wrong. It's just if I had this thing, I would feel. So I'm gonna give you a second. I love that. Yeah, share it if you want. Pleasure, that's a fun one, Tiff. Give you guys a second to come up with your feeling. Okay, so we have
Interesting. I feel like you've just given me a little trick.
good. So we have our word with the one thing that we picked. Now, you might surprise yourself. I get this question a lot. I'm going to ask you a question next, okay? Which is, when in your life from 0 till now have you ever felt this feeling? So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to ask our subconscious mind. We're going to say, hey, place a little hint, a little memory in my head of when I've felt this before. You might say to me, James, I don't think I've ever felt that in my life. You might
Wow.
surprise yourself. There might have there if you just sit quiet enough, this little like this 1 second in time when you were out in nature, you were with your family dog when you were little, or whatever it might have been. And if you really can't, we're going to use our imagination. Okay. But it works better if we've had the experience before. So I'm going to give us a quiet moment here. We're going to take a deep breath and we're going to say, subconscious mind, effortless, easy, guys. So subconscious mind, just flash a moment here of a time I felt. So for doing Lee, a time I felt secure. Janet, a time I felt present. So whatever for you guys, a time I felt pleasure. And just relax and something will just pop in and you might be like, that's silly. And just trust what your mind's showing you. And just as an example, sometimes like present for Jenith, it might be like a time when I wasn't just super anxious might pop into her head. She just kind of wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Might be like an arbitrary day she's reading a book. I'm like, wait a minute, I was reading that book. I didn't have that feeling. So it could be
Yeah.
something so simple that pops in. Okay.
This is quite profound.
Yeah, it
For
really
me,
is.
it
Yeah, I'd
was,
like to share mine just so that
go
people
ahead.
can really get
Please.
how deep that this goes from a frequency level.
Yep.
So I started with, I'd like to take anxiety out of my year. And you said, if I did that, what would I really have? And the word was first present. And then you said again, okay, so now if you had that, how would that make you feel? Which was then alive, which shocked me that I don't really feel alive. But that is the
Yep.
word that came up. And then you said, okay, so when was last time you felt that?
Hmm.
And I said,
Last time or first time?
oh,
Anytime.
I put
Anytime, anytime.
last, so the
Okay,
last
got it.
time, but then and then when you guys were journaling, it happened so fast that then I started finding other places that I really felt
Okay.
alive. The last time I really felt alive was when we did New Wealth Experience in February 2011.
Wow.
Yep. I'm starting to feel back alive again. But it's
Amazing.
so interesting that it was just pinpoint right at that spot. And then I could go back further to other dates that I really felt alive. Wow. It's just interesting. That's even my point of view. How can I now flip the switch and say my point of view is that I'm alive every day in every moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm wondering too, just this little intuitive hit of our bodies, and this has been my path too with physical healing. Our bodies can hold stuff for us at a certain level of consciousness until we see something else. So I have a curiosity, I could be wrong here, that until you saw this, your body was doing its best to try to give you a feeling of aliveness through a little bit of anxiety. It's
Yep.
like, this is that low gradeness.
Oh,
And then once I
Yeah.
realized, no, that's not true aliveness, sweetheart, even though it gives us a little bit of that false feeling, you can let go because mama figured out what she really wants and needs.
Wow. I'm about ready
that's
to cry.
good.
Damn.
Damn.
That you are spot on. Man,
Yeah.
we
Good.
only bring the best on this show.
And what great timing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
feel like I
bless.
should share just as well,
You want? Yeah.
so- just so people can understand where we're going with this. Like for me, my word was secure. And I thought you said, when was the first time I felt insecure? So then I put as a young child with no food. So we had a food insecurity when I was growing up and for very young. And then it was like, so then I thought, I heard you say, when was the first time we felt secure? And so then I wrote, at my grandmother's house with food on the table. It feels warm. It feels like they weren't going to go anywhere. I knew that they were going to be there. Ooh. And that was a sense of security for me.
Mm.
And then if I'm thinking about when's the last time I felt secure, in some ways that would be when I was working in corporate, but even that was a lie because there was a
Mhm.
sense of insecurity with that because of how much layoffs they were doing. So that was always floating. That's a really good question.
These are great that you guys are sharing because it could be any time. Like we're saying, it could be last time, first time, anytime.
Mhm.
And if Lee's strongest time is back at the warmth of grandma, like that might be it. And let's use that. So you
Yeah.
can
Okay.
Yeah.
have anything pop in. So I'm hoping by now everybody has some sense of a time that popped into their head.
What was the question that we asked when we got that last time? Was there a
Yeah.
question
So
there?
we have our intention and our desire, and then we ask the question, what do I believe I would feel if I had this, if I got
Yeah.
this
There it
thing?
is.
Okay. And then when we have our feeling, present, secure, alive, pleasure, when was a time in my life? So, first time, last time, strongest time, anytime. We ask our subconscious mind to show a flash in our brain of a time I felt this way.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then when we get that time, is there something else we need to ask?
We're going to do the SIFT practice with that
Okay.
memory.
Oh, cool.
So we found the image that's going to help our body get used to more of that feeling, right? Actually have, I think it's free, but I have a 5 minute sifting meditation to like actually practice this.
Great. Let's send that out to the group too.
Yeah, I'll share that
Yeah.
with you guys.
Fabulous.
I made it for myself because I was like, I need something to do
I
this
feel
I
like
morning.
love this.
this is just incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys through it. And I like to do, so not to confuse you, I like to do IFT and then go back to S because I feel like it anchors it back in.
Okay.
We're going to take a deep breath, and I just want you to bring to mind the memory of the time you felt your desired feeling. So Lee's at the table with grandma. Jeneth is at the NWE. And our memories work different. Maybe you see it, maybe you feel it, maybe you sense it, maybe you know it, maybe you smell, maybe you hear. Just a little tiny whiff's enough, guys. Okay. So we're going to breathe and relax. And all we're doing is taking a bath in this energy as best as you can. Your mind might
Mm.
take you out, you might come back. Let it be super imperfect. You're doing great. So I is image. So what we're going to do is we're like in a movie of your image, and we're going to look around a little bit. And so you're there, and I want you just to look around, see if you can make out any colors, maybe. Or can you see any textures? Or maybe you see your hands, or maybe Lee sees some of the food,
Mm.
grandma's face, or grandma's lipstick, or whatever it might be. So let's just look around and what do you see? Take a couple of breaths there.
Lots of pictures on the walls of the family having
Yep.
a great time. It feels yellow, like
Yep.
warmth, lots of warmth. The food smells good.
There you go. Good. So we just take a couple breaths into the image of the SIFT, the eye. Then we go to feeling. So we're gonna, what do we feel when we're in this memory. What does Lee feel in her body in this moment?
Peaceful, joyful, happy.
Yep. And see if you can let that feeling, our nervous system might not be used to this, so it might be slightly uncomfortable, guys. Let's see if we can expand it a little bit, 1% more than we're comfortable. Doesn't have to be big, just a little bit more.
Mm.
Can you be with it here in this safe space? And then we're going to go to thought. We're going to notice, is there a thought? And sometimes it's a sound like, oh, or this is nice, or I love grandma, or oh, like a sigh. Is there a thought
Mm.
Hmm.
that's,
It's definitely a sigh, relief.
yeah. And I just want you guys to know your SIFs they don't need to make any sense. It could be like, I love pie. You're like looking at the
Mhm.
pie, or I don't know, anything, any thoughts. We're just noticing the thoughts. And this is effortless. You're just noticing what's here. You're letting your body get used to something that's available to you. Okay. And then the last one, we just did IFT. We're going to go back to S. So this is, what positive sensation do you notice in your body right now when you're hanging out in this image, feeling, and thought? So, Lee, you're hanging out in this image, feeling, and thought and memory. What do you notice? It could be so subtle that's positive in your physical body right now, like a tingling in your heart or a deeper
Hmm.
breath.
Mm.
When I'm happy, I like to dance around and sing.
Mhm.
So I feel floaty like that. Like, la,
Floaty,
la.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Where's the floatiness in the body?
In the upper areas, in
Yeah.
the heart chakra. Yeah.
Floaty, twirly outward.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So just breathe that in. So whatever yours is, guys,
Hmm.
you're just taking a bath. You're just noticing what's here. You don't have to work. Noticing what
Mm.
image, feeling, thought, and positive sensation is in the body. Sensation could be whooshing. Oh my gosh, I just noticed my belly relaxed a little bit. Oh, my hearing's a little bit clearer. That is how our physical brain right now is clocking what we're doing. It's clocking
Mm.
what we're doing. It's saying, they're safe, they're worthy and deserving of receiving this. And you just practice this here or there. So just breathe in, breathe out, and let it go. So this
Ooh.
is how we bring that divinity, that desire down into that physical body and let our body get used to it. Because what you just did for yourself with this short sifting practice is, when you go out into the world, the more you practice it, you're not going to push away the thing that you desire. Your brain's going to notice it, right? That you're going to say, sure, I'll take a bag of dog treats. What a nice young lady, metaphorically speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel? Let it, once the brain kind of wants to come back, but just, you're just bathing in it. That's all you need to do. You let it go. And here or there, like when you're consciously manifesting, what do I want? How would I feel if I had that thing? When's the time I felt that? Let me just let my body get used to that. And then from that place, new ideas come into the mind, new inspired actions. That's where a bit more ease comes in. That's where a bit more flow comes in. Because from, and then this is Amanda Francis, we're bringing it back around. You're in it. This is what
Yes.
being is. That's all being is. Lee's being
Yes.
secure right now. Your Tiff's in a little bit more pleasure right now. You're being, and then you're going to go through your day and you're going to go, oh, that's an interesting idea. Something's just going to pop in your head. And
Ah.
that's feminine receiving. Doesn't need to be some crazy thing. And it's light and it's fuzzy. And then you take that masculine part of you and you put that into action.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. What if I know that I know what to do?
Yes.
But I want you to share with the audience what to do if they feel like, so if they're looking for a soulmate
Yep.
and those feelings of what it feels like to have a soulmate,
Mm.
but they're trying to constantly, I need that person to feel those feelings. What is your suggestion to do about that?
Wow, that's the reflection of life is such an interesting thing we all fall into all the
Hmm.
time. We are the source of our experience. is just the remembrance that we need to know. We are the source of our experience, takes us completely out of victim consciousness, and then life reflects it in people. So I would
Mhm.
say, as far as the soulmate, just the way that we're doing it, I'd write a little list for fun from a place of love. Notice if any of it's coming from, we're going to use the word in quotes, wounding. I need this
Mhm.
to feel whole. I need this to feel safe.
Okay.
Just, is my list coming from love, from wholeness?
Mm.
Say it out loud. How would I feel if I had this list? When's the time I felt this? SIFT the practice to feel into the soulmate
Mhm.
feeling. It's so crazy making when we're like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for, because what happens is, okay, so maybe it makes me feel, my words, alive, similar to yours, Jeneth. If I had that, oh, so alive. Then when you feel that inside of you, because you're the source of your experience, they don't teach us how powerful we are when we're little. Life will reflect it back because of quantum physics. Certain
Mm.
new things
Mhm.
will come that will make us feel alive. So that, and then yes, there's, as we put our intentions out there, and this is what one of my teachers taught, and this is the reality of it, but that which is between us and the desire will arise. So,
Mhm.
say maybe Jamie's carrying some unworthiness and she's sifting this. It arises to release. It doesn't arise because I'm doing the sifting wrong, I'm manifesting wrong. It's like this is here because, like we said in the beginning, whoa, this is a part that just needs love. That
Mm.
is between me and the soulmate, this unworthiness. And so I'm going to meet that unworthiness, just as important in manifestation, to tend to this part of me with compassion. Hey, unworthiness, I love you. It's okay, you're here. It's an energy, it's a sensation, and we breathe it with it, and we let that energy move through the body. As that
Mhm.
releases, then life's not going to reflect back to me my unworthiness as much, and I'm not going to make bad choices or self-sabotaging choices about people I date or whatever it may be. I'm trying to give a soulmate example there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It makes you really go, wow, we've really been trained wrong in this reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really been told the wrong things almost. Yeah.
But nobody knew that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
was really, yeah, the ancients were writing it on the walls of the things of the
Yeah.
stuff, but we were just going off of our five senses and very much prove it, show it, and yes, we had some religious faith, but for the most part, our parents and our people were doing the best they could with
Yeah.
the
Right.
information they had.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're coming to share, like, hey, maybe there's another way that's filled with
Yes.
more balance and more ease. And
Yes.
I think the last part, do I have time to share the last part of the
Yes. Go for
equation?
it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Keep
Just to
going. Yeah.
just to give you guys a compass of,
Well,
okay, how do I take this into life and know if I'm living in alignment or not? I just wrote down the words, and there's a lot of cousins to these words, but I wrote down joy versus force. So when you're in alignment with your truth, with your desire from wholeness, you'll feel a lightness. You'll feel an expansiveness. You'll feel a pull towards. You'll feel a joy. Does that mean you're going to be in bliss all day long? Absolutely not. I feel all emotions every day. But say I'm in sadness, if there's a lightness around it and it's moving through, then it's not a problem. So when we are working against ourselves, when we're out of balance and we're too much in the masculine, whatever it might be, when there's an old wound coming up that needs tending, there's a feeling of force or effort or proving or contraction. We've been taught, and this was my experience, push through that,
mm,
Nah.
ignore that, be tough through that's normal, fix that
mm,
instead of, I'm so devoted to this practice that I caught myself the other day, and I think I might have said this on one of our last calls, just typing really fast and my chest was gripped. And I was like, Queen, what are you doing to myself?
Oh,
ah,
cute.
And I was
I love that you
trying
say queen.
I do
yes, I call
too.
myself Queen.
I'm gonna start doing that.
I know. It's
Or I'm
so
Queen,
gonna
what
go
are you
cute.
priestess.
Yes, there you go. Um,
Hmm.
And I was trying to get I was in force. I was trying to get the to-do list done. I was trying to push a little bit more because I'm a sensitive soul and no one can see me as weak. All this, right, all these innocent programs. But I
Yeah.
knew that's not alignment. That's not my truth. That's not what I'm here for. So as you move forward, just notice, you'll notice it in the body. Is it heavy? Is it contracted? Is it gripped? I'm probably living in, I'm going to use the word, right? An old wound, a part of me that needs more love, a mental construct, and not in balance and not in flow and not in ease. And just the awareness of it can take us out of it. And that's challenging because I had to come out of that. I paused and all my stuff of I should be doing something right now. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm just sitting here. And if I sit here, I ain't going to make any money. Like all that stuff
Yes, I
was
have that
coming
exact same.
noise. But I knew it was noise and I breathed through
Yep.
it. And I said, no, we're
Mhm.
done for the day. Our body is not lying to us. We are done for the day.
Yep.
And learning to listen to the being, the doing really allows you to be in alignment to receive the inspired action, to live. Because your body's, oh, you want the pleasure, you want the aliveness, you want the security, I'll give it to you. And then we're living in the mind trying to push against it. So great to know your
Yeah.
body's not broken, your body's not wrong. It's just trying to love you back home. And
Mhm.
it's realizing that. And just even if you don't get the answer right away, what are you trying to tell me? If it's really forced or pushing and contracting, oh, slow down, oh, take a nap, whatever it is, to bring you back into alignment with your desire. So,
Mm.
those are three of the most powerful things that I use to support me with
Wow.
living as a conscious co-creator.
Do you want to go ahead and share your offer with the list, and then maybe we wrap up with
Yeah,
some shares and really where we might take this next?
sure.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pull up your offer.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this the balanced way from now on.
Yeah, I gotta update my
Everybody's really liking that
That
too.
so yeah. Go ahead and share what's inside this package.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite creations, 9 Days to Uncover Your Feminine Power to Flourish. Because most of us are not used to living this way, this is teaching you that other side of the coin. So we don't want to weaponize or eradicate the masculine in us. It's beautiful. We just want to add this in places we probably haven't before. So
Mm.
this is literally 9 lessons to the part of us that is starving, who doesn't know about, like lesson one, very similar. It's about our power, coming back into our
Mhm.
power that we can create. We can do practices like this. We can feel into feelings before they come. We're the source of it. So these are energetics, these are reminders of something that feels true within you, but you just might have lost the knowledge. And I'm here to remind you of how to come back into balance.
Let me just say, every single time that you come on our series, you also
Mhm.
always have some sort of tool that turns everything that I see as it was on top of its head. So my thought is probably every one of these lessons
Yeah.
is going to change somebody from the inside out and flip what they think on top of its head, just like you did in today's call.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
So
a,
how
in a,
long are each of these little truths or lessons?
And
uh,
can everyone see it? I just want to make sure. And maybe I'm just
Okay,
not
can
seeing
you
it.
not see it?
I can see it over here.
Okay.
Okay, I think everybody can. Go ahead.
Tiffany sees it.
Yep,
Um,
good.
yes, and that's this new way of being when somebody's living in a certain frequency, you just hearing that and being in that, we have mirror neurons, so on a scientific level, like you start to embody that. You just receive the medicine of taking this course, even if you don't fully
Mm-hmm.
comprehend it with your head. They're about 20 to 30 minutes long each.
Okay. Wow, this is a big course. It's
Yeah.
not just a little tip. So each of these are like a full lesson and
Yes.
module.
Yes. And so, first one, like you said, if you've ever, because this was me, felt powerless, like you didn't have impact, felt helpless, tired, not creating the life that you want, it's like, Queen, you are kings and queens of light. You are powerful. That is just in lesson one. Two is about fluidity. And that's, we've been talking about flow, ease, alignment. That's coming into that way of being where it doesn't have to feel like I'm pushing stuff uphill, all this doing with nothing coming in. It's just this beautiful unfolding. So I this is one of my favorites, divine wild expression, which we didn't tap too much into, but this is also the saying it out loud practice. This is
Mhm.
so the feminine part of us receives by being in their truth. So regardless of your gender, this course is for you if you want to come back into balance, the truth of your heart. So three is how do I get in touch with the truth of my heart and how do I safely communicate it to life and to others to get what I want?
Wow.
For intuition, again, bless us. This is not something we learned in third grade, how to connect with our psychic senses, our intuitive senses. I take you through practices to connect you back to that inner navigation, which is step three, right? Joy versus force. How the heck do I know where I'm navigating from? And am I following the creation of my divine desire or my pain? And number four will bring you back into your truth. Lesson five, we talked about this briefly, but what do we do when in the soulmate example, right? I have this vision, I'm sifting it, I'm saying it out loud, and my old pain comes up. Lesson five is how to tend to it. Your body, and I didn't know this, I thought I was
Oh,
going to go into
wow.
my emotions and die. This teaches you how to process your feelings, how to process your
Hmm.
emotions, how to release them from your body so that you are not an energetic match for the old life, but you're an energetic match for number one, your power and your desires.
I could see how that'd work with addiction too.
Oh my
People
God,
that are
totally.
constantly going to numb out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, continue.
Yeah. And this is, you guys mentioned the word embodiment. This is what we
Mhm.
talked about with sifting. I'm pretty sure I actually talk about the sift practice in this one, but this is coming into the body instead of that just mental being in my mind, living from thought. This is sensuality and juiciness. What Tiffany spoke of, pleasure. There's okay, that pleasure is safe, that in our senses. Like I remember years ago, I realized I wasn't actually smelling, seeing, touching, tasting things, and our senses bring us back into presence and into life. So that's an embodiment of that energy.
Yeah.
This is radiance is one of my favorite things. This is what Janet was speaking of, aliveness. So the feminine in us is our heart, is love, aliveness, vitality. When we live in too much masculine, which was me, there's exhaustion and fatigue. It's not that something's broken, it's wisdom saying, whoa. Oh, I just saw the word aliveness as the last word. Janet,
Mhm.
this is your lesson.
Yep.
Yeah, it just brings you back into that life force energy.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. And this is, again, what we were talking about, balancing doing and being. The Amanda Francis beingness. This has been a huge lesson for me. I was obsessed with magnetism, which because I would do so much output and things weren't coming, and I had to learn my ability to be magnetic, my ability to be the frequency
Yep.
like we're doing. And then doesn't mean you're not taking any action, but things start to come into your life.
I feel like you did that just in the last year and a half since we've known you, that
Hmm.
you've moved even more into that magnetism.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. I love
Wow.
that you're seeing that.
Yeah, from a true frequency standpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not always easy, but that's why being in someone's presence who's gone a little bit before you, not better than you, but just a little bit before you, who holds these frequencies, lets your body see, oh my God, it's possible for me too. And
Yep.
that's for me personally, that's everything. Yeah, so receiving. That's just what we were talking about of slowing down so that I'm not in my over masculine doing all the time, but learning how to listen, allow in information. So you're acting from a place of energy and aliveness, not depletion within
Mhm.
you. So yeah, this was all my years of learning to balance my masculine and feminine energies that I put into this offering that is literally one of my favorites.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
and
there's
the
those.
bonus, it's sifting without sifting. So I take you through a feminine energy bath. So what we do is we clear the wounded feminine first. We transmute that through the body. And
Mhm.
then I let you sit in a reminder of the feeling of what true feminine masculine balance is. So you become a new frequency of it and you bathe in it. It's so cool.
Love it.
Love that.
So, you guys, this offer is only $44. It is
Wow.
valued at $450. But if you think about what you might have just changed on this call and what you might continue to change if you took these 9 lessons, I think that it's probably priceless. It could change you for life.
Yeah.
This is just really golden. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for really playing with
Katie says,
this. Yeah.
Katie says, embracing the femme and mask, so feminine and masculine, is what makes us whole. I've never heard anyone use a practice like SIFT to incorporate the two to get to your outcome. Wonderfully brilliant. I
Yeah.
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so
And
pragmatic.
Yeah.
it's funny because I was just today, because all great thoughts come from after or during a shower, right? And I was pondering how to stay in the frequency because Jenna talks a lot about yeah, we can talk about what our goals are and what we want to manifest. But Jenna talks about sometimes what people get hung up on is the ability to hold that frequency, right? So sometimes they are almost, I don't want to say blocking their blessings, but they're just not being in that frequency. And I was like, how do I do this where I'm not pushing that away from me by noticing the gap of where I'm at and where I want to be? And this is brilliant for
Yeah.
doing
Use
that.
it.
SIFT is brilliant for doing that. And of course, all great things are answered when I ask. And so there you are talking about this today and giving us this beautiful process for the new year, for any time, but
Yeah.
especially as we start to look at what we want to most achieve and do and have, be, whatnot. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, and I'll share with you guys too the 5 minute meditation I created so that you can have,
Yes.
because I know for me, like sticking with the practice sometimes isn't easy, but if you just have this thing and you're like, I'm going to pop that on five
Yeah.
minutes a
Yep.
day, and you have a beautiful, safe sanctuary space to just do it, it's
Yeah.
lovely.
I was actually thinking all your audios could be done that way when I said the word addiction. And I feel I have this nighttime sugar thing that I'm currently doing. And I was thinking, geez, I probably just need to go listen to something like that about getting out of my darkness. I was thinking that could also be used that way, just that little something
Oh,
to pull off the shelf and say, let's try this first before you go and have those 5 cookies.
Yeah. Yeah, like we
Yeah,
can have the
yeah.
5 cookies if we still want to, but let's try the
correct.
sifting first of
I like
what we
that.
want to feel
Yeah,
before. Yeah, exactly. Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Hey, it's a real practical use. I get it.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have this sugar thing at night too.
Uh, if you're looking for the offer and you're just listening on the podcast, it's at houtehustle.com/live, and it's here for all of season 5, and then it will be gone. So go ahead and go to houtehustle.com/live, and you can see this, the special offer, and a bunch of other replays. Anything else?
Jamie, thank you so much for your time
Jamie, thank
today.
you. It
Any
was
parting words
amazing.
for us?
Gosh, no, thank you. I love all of you. This is so fun. And I love all of our collective energies. Like you guys bring in stuff that makes me think and
Mm,
open. And I'm really excited for you guys. Just hold the conviction in your heart of your desire. It's there for a reason. It matters. Be
yes.
patient with yourself as you move through. Offer yourself softness with this practice. And yeah, just you're very magical and you're very powerful. And if you stick with this, you'll see the results.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Oh, I love you
Thank
guys. Thank
you.
you.
Lots of people
And
saying thank you. Thanks,
happy.
Jamie. Thank you for sharing your gifts.
Oh,
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. So powerful, beautifully shared. Thank you for the process. Free of charge. It was so powerful. We love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Awesome, guys. Happy New Year. I hope to see y'all in the course.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys. We have a new summit coming up.
a
It's coming
new
up.
summit.
It's coming up January the 5th through the 9th. It's 3 speakers a day. It is going to be a ride of your life as we've connected every one of the speakers' topics, also with creating the life that you want to be and the frequency of crazy, rich, and free.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I'm super excited, like super excited. We're going to see a lot of new faces and take some of these conversations that we started with some of the new
Hmm.
faces a little bit further and deeper. So, you guys, it's going to be a wild, fun ride. Get excited.
Yep. Start a journal.
That's right.
I also want to remind you guys that Mystique Societe is our inner circle, and it will be open during our next summit. So if you're thinking about diving in and having a deeper taste of the Haute Hustle and Jonathan Leonka, then please look into joining Mystique Societe during the summit next week. Anything
And
else,
that's what we
Leonka?
got. I think that's what we got. I think that's a
And
wrap.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Join us.
Bye.
Be sure to join us back. Yep. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.